Well, there's breaking news that we're tracking at this hour. We're getting information that Israel has striked Gaza. Important information coming in as Israel has said that Hamas has violated ceasefire. Now, we're getting reports of about 11 Palestinians being killed, visuals of which present on your screens at the moment. We're getting information that Israeli planes launched strikes in Gaza on Tuesday after Israel accused the militant group Hamas of violating the ceasefire in the Palestinian territory. Now, Gaza's civil defense agency has said that at least 11 killed by Israeli airstrikes after Israel accused Hamas of attacking its troops and violating the US brokered truce. This is the latest that we're tracking in the Israel as well as, of course, Gaza story. Important information that we're tracking is that this is, of course, the latest test of a fragile deal brokered earlier this month by US President Donald Trump. Now, as per reports, like I just mentioned, 11 Palestinians have been killed in the strike, and local health authorities have also confirmed the passing away of 11 people. Now, as per witnesses, the attacks by Israeli planes continued into early Wednesday across the Gaza Strip, as per witnesses.
Israel has struck targets in the Gaza Strip in a new jolt to the ceasefire with Hamas. Israel said it carried out these strikes in response to an attack on Israeli troops in southern Gaza. It also accuses Hamas of violating the ceasefire. Under that deal, Hamas has pledged to return the remains of dead hostages it's holding. Well, it turned over one set of remains to Israel. Those remains were tested. They were found to be body parts of a hostage whose body had previously been recovered. Israel says that that is a violation and that Hamas is dragging its feet. Hamas, of course, says it is committed to this deal. It accuses Israel of the violations, and it says it had nothing to do with that attack on the Israeli troops.
Well, tracking more breaking news on this story. Meanwhile, the IDF has released a video on social media platform X. Now, as per the IDF, the video is proof of the Hamas lying about hostages. Important information we're tracking. As per the IDF, Hamas terrorists were filmed removing body remains from a prepared structure and reburying them nearby before summoning Red Cross representatives. Important information coming in as the IDF has released a video on X, which it says is proof of the fact that Hamas is lying about hostages. Important information coming in as the IDF is saying that Hamas terrorists were filmed removing body remains from a prepared structure and reburying them again before summoning Red Cross representatives to stage a false discovery for photographers. Now, the IDF has said that despite claiming difficulty locating the bodies of deceased hostages, the Hamas continues to hold and manipulate the remains and it refuses to release under the agreement. This is in context of the hostages. The IDF has said that it has released a video which is proof of the fact that Hamas is lying about hostages. Well, joining me right now is Shosh Bedrosian, who is the media advisor in the Israeli PMO. And the first question that I wish to ask you, ma'am, is that what exactly is the scope of the attack, and do you have any precise targets in mind with respect to it?
I can't give you specifics on what the scope of this is, but Israel is enforcing the framework. Here we have a horrific moment in time where Hamas tried to trick Israel in terms of giving back a body. You guys have probably showed your viewers what that video looked like of Hamas staging the retrieval of one of our hostages' bodies. As you can see in that video from the IDF drone that caught the entire thing on camera, of Hamas taking a body from another location, digging it and putting it in a hole, putting dirt on top of it, and then taking a bulldozer and pretending as if they had just found the body. This is a violation, in addition to the violation of them not releasing all 48 of our hostages 15 plus days ago. This is why we are at this point in time right now.
Right, ma'am, and I also wish to understand from you, you've talked about, of course, the targets and how you can't give us precise details on that, but how does Israel plan to distinguish between Hamas militants and civilians in such a densely populated area?
Well, of course, Israel works to protect civilians at all costs by warning them to get out of certain areas in harm's way when there is an incoming strike. But unfortunately, Hamas is clearly playing games here. They have not released all 48 of our hostages. Remember, 15 days ago, they were supposed to release all 48 of our hostages at one time. Here we are at a point in time. They are 15 days late to that deadline. This is a plan that the terror organization committed to. They signed this plan, President Trump's plan that helped come to fruition here, and they have not followed through on that. I want to remind you, we have 13 deceased hostages in captivity right now. We are demanding for them to be returned. There are no excuses. Israel has no more patience for these distractions any longer.
Right, since you mentioned Donald Trump, I also wish to understand from you, is Israel coordinating with allies like the US or Egypt?
Sure. Well, Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump and both of their teams have been extremely coordinated on this plan from the beginning. Remember, we got to this point in time of even having a ceasefire in place because of Prime Minister Netanyahu's military pressure he put on Hamas, and coupled with President Trump's diplomatic pressure he also put on Hamas. This is why we're at this point in time. Israel and the United States are working hand-in-hand partnership in full coordination with each other on this plan, and that is what will take place in the past, in the present, and in the future.
Right, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us and sharing those details with us.